afternoon and welcome to Championship Sunday here from the St. Croix Rec Center. Tony Scott, founder and publisher of YHH, joined with you today. Jeff Papis, the living legend, will be calling today's game. I'll be helping out with some color commentary on the PeeWee AA's Cottage Grove taking on Osseo Maple Grove. A battle of the groves. Which grove will be better, the Cottage or the Maple? We'll find out. Osseo Maple Grove, #1 team in the state. I've said this a million times, it feels like. They lost their first game of the year. They haven't lost since. They knocked off 4 opponents to get to the finals here, including Stillwater last on Friday, 6-1, Rogers 11-1, Prior Lake yesterday 3-1, and White Bear Lake yesterday 5-2. Vinio DiFazio, their leading scorer, 3 goals and 5 assists. Park Cottage Grove got here with 4 wins as well. They beat Grand Rapids 5-4, Montemita 8-4, Wyzetta 4-3, and last night in the semis they knocked off Rochester in a very, very entertaining hockey game. Their leading scorers, Jack Atkin with 4 goals and 2 assists. The assist leader, I call him, Brody Harris, 0 goals, 6 assists. He had a wide open net last night, right in front of the net, and fanned out. I go, this is why he gives out assists and not goals. Good hockey player. Should be a fun game today. We'll play the national anthem, read off the lineups, and when that's done, Jeff will bring you today's game. Thanks for tuning in.
Everyone at home,
I just so mark.
on your phone,
I just got pre-approved.
I just scheduled an oil change.
whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
In life, we all need a little help to reach our summit. Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
Halfway home here on Championship Sunday from the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. It is the PeeWee Double A's. Top-ranked Osseo Maple Grove. You heard Tony talk about them. They take on number 9 ranked Cottage Grove, the underdogs in this game. But as we saw in the last game with Anoka and Woodbury, seedings, rankings don't really mean a whole lot at certain times. And we'll see if Cottage Grove in the green, working right to left as we call the first period, will have much success with the top-ranked Osseo Maple Grove team. Tony getting the headset on in a minute here. We'll get this one underway. And from the draw, it's controlled by Rocco Jones for Osseo Maple Grove, and they'll play up the left wing. Easton Hansen into the zone, and hustling back for it is Jackson Leisney. And now picked up by Hansen. And they'll play it around behind the net, looking there for Vinny DeFazio, the leading scorer for this team. Centering pass, point-blank shot right on from Hansen, and a save made by Jamison Larikia in goal for Cottage Grove. Now back around on the far side, crashing into the hash mark there is Corbin Roeder playing it in front. Now Hansen, and that's going to carry him out to center ice, and here's Jones playing to the left side. And now Roeder plays it into the Cottage Grove zone. Chasing after it is Hansen, and goes behind the net. DeFazio after it. And Hansen then lost possession. Cottage Grove will flick one out to center ice. Charles Klausner, a couple of goals yesterday. Good game for Osseo Maple Grove. Now played around on the far side, and it's Brody Harris. Can't get to it along the wing boards as it came back to the near side before he could get there. Now out to neutral. And Osseo Maple Grove in possession. And here's Leo Starkey over the line. Starkey tries to feed it beside the net. And now here's McCoy O'Leary dropping to the right point, and then hops the stick of the defender Klausner. Now O'Leary plays it right back in.
Notice the number of complete passes by Osseo Maple Grove today. The number is staggering, how well they've moved the puck together.
And fanning on a shot coming into the zone was Atkin, the leading scorer for Cottage Grove. Now out to center. And finally played rink wide back to center ice. Carter Fulton there for Osseo Maple Grove. And now a drop pass. Here's a shot and a glove catch made by Larikia in goal for Cottage Grove. You gotta love a team that has OMG on the front of its jersey.
Oh yeah, they you know, you've been calling him Larikia. Everyone calls him ever since he's little J-Mo. So if you call him J-Mo, nobody on the Cottage Grove side would be offended.
All right, I will write that down. Now play to the far side. A Cottage Grove trying to get out, and McDowell will play in front of the goal. And they're really pressing hard here. Osseo Maple Grove. And here's a shot that might have caught a piece of the goalpost on the far side on a deflection. 11:20 to go. Cottage Grove plays it ahead. And here is Michael Lombard Jr. Centering. Oh, and it came right up the slot. Now out to center where it's controlled by Hunter Weiss. Banks it off the wall to neutral. And Lombard can't play it ahead. Now Brody Gauster with a glove to the mush there against Rocco Brooks. Puck comes back into the Cottage Grove end and around to the near side.
I broadcasted Brody Gauster last night. This kid plays with some passion.
All right. We'll look forward to seeing some more of it. And he's got the puck at the blue line now, Gauster does. And then he lost out to Hansen. He's a nice-looking young player, too. And here's DeFazio looking to shoot. And the rebound winds up sliding through the crease to the near side. Now at the right point, here's Rocco Jones. Over to the left side, a shot by Roeder. Excuse me. Goes off the traffic. Coming up on 4 minutes gone in the opening period here in the AA championship. Now a shot and a blocker pad save off of DeFazio. behind the net. Hansen ducks under a check, but lost the puck. Comes to the far side, and here's Weiss banking it off the wall to center. Cottage Grove, for the time being, maybe have to be content with counter-punching here, Tony.
Oh, yeah, you can see the differences. But it doesn't necessarily mean they're out of this game by any stretch.
Oh, no.
They got a couple weapons on this team, especially Atkin when he gets going.
Now here's a chance going in, and a backhanded shot by Easton Hansen, kicked out by Jamo Larikia. And now Hansen at the point, plays it down the wall, and Roeder will go to the far corner with it.
We talked earlier about the legendary PeeWee championship games we've seen in this building. Probably one of the greatest games in YHH tournament history was played right in this building back in 2018. So that'd be 7 years ago. Wow. On the Chaska-Chan team that was #1 in the state and undefeated. Does that sound familiar to you right now, Jeff?
It does, yes. Oh, a deflection loose in the crease. The nets come off, and we're going to get a...
In this very building, on the Chaska-Chan team, Brody Zemer.
Yes.
Javon Moore from the Golden Gophers. Adam Kleber from the UMD Bulldogs. All playing in the World Junior Tournament. Were in this tournament. They were undefeated. They had won the Big Pumpkin. And they faced Osseo Maple Grove, and Osseo Maple Grove scored with under 10 seconds to go in regulation and won in overtime. Caleb Heil, the World Junior goaltender for USA this year, he was in the net for that game.
Well, good players out there.
Well is right. It was an amazing feature. That year, Chaska-Chan, that team I've been telling you about, they lost here in the Lumberjack, and they lost in the first round of the state tournament to Teddy Townsend's state champion Eden Prairie team right in this building in the state quarterfinals. So this was not a good building to Chaska-Chan that year.
Oh, Teddy Townsend, there's a name. Very good player. Now it's in the Cottage Grove zone. Shots are 10-0 for Osseo Maple Grove as Lincoln Colin tries to play it. And now patiently Cottage Grove will pick the center. They got a 3-on-2 if they hurry, but first they got to stay on side. Now it's played on in. And the first work for Jackson Lyon today, the goaltender for Osseo Maple Grove, now shot all the way down the ice. And right on goal. And O'Leary back behind the net for Cottage Grove, played up the wing, and it's going to be held by McDowell in the high slot. Now controlled. And there's Lombard down the wing for Cottage Grove, working there against Graham Zilmer.
Lombard had a huge goal last night for the Wolfpack.
And now cleared out to center ice, waiting for teammates to get on side, and a dive there from Lombard, and he can't stay on side, but he gets snow on his uniform. And with 7:09 to go in the first, we're going to face off at neutral.
We're going to see some action here from the Cottage Grove boys. It's going to be this front line with Sasada, Atkin, and Harris.
On the near side, it's played ahead by McDowell into the Cottage Grove end. Back behind the goal, cleared around by Kaplan. And now unable to get out. Here's Andries on the turn, plays it in front, and a save made by Larikia against Graham Lundquist. Now up the slot it comes, and Cottage Grove is going to chip it out to center ice and over the line. Brody Harris throws it in front. It's Zasada shooting, and it's wide. So counter punch here for Cottage Grove, but it doesn't want to
talking about. You're supposed to be the play-by-play guy, not the analyst.
I suppose
Taking my job. I'll be out of work soon.
I don't think so. It's a little more than that. Ahead as the puck played into the Cottage Grove zone, back behind the goal, and it's Miles Weller, 97, passing it out to center ice. So the best chance of the game for Cottage Grove was not on frame.
Technically not a shot on goal, right?
Technically and actually not a shot on goal.
Yes.
It's now brought in, and Osseo Maple Grove centers it. DeFazio denied. And now it comes out to center ice where Jones plays it across to the near side as Gauster takes a tumble.
He just body slammed DeFazio on that one, and then he fell right after it.
Now into the corner. Under 6 minutes to play in the first period. And coming off the boards now, a toe drag and a rebound in front. Backhanded shot by Rocco Brooks is right on. And Larikia makes the save.
Maple Grove is on pace for over 50 shots on goal right now. That does not suit well for even a counter-punching team like Cottage Grove. The averages would say that's a pretty much a guaranteed 5 goals.
The odds would say that, yes. And there's a shot off the traffic in front by Hansen. I guess the thing about counter-punching is that if you're knocked out first, it really doesn't help.
No, you can't counter-punch if you get knocked out, right?
You can ask Jake Paul about that.
Yes.
Broke his jaw in 2 places in that fight.
What night? I didn't see that.
No, neither did he. No, it's played with high slot. And DeFazio throws it in front. Tic-tac-toe passing, and it's stopped now. DeFazio again shooting. And Larikia makes the save. Now picked up finally by Hansen. And now a cross-ice pass and a shot on goal from Rocco Brooks. 16 shots already in the first 10 minutes of this one.
It's like a shooting gallery right now.
It is. It is 16 donut and shots on goal. And now behind the net, Hansen again.
Easton Hansen is just having his will. He's enforcing his will everywhere he goes.
You know, here's the thing about Osseo, and Tony, you can correct me if I'm wrong, certainly, is that there's no let up with this team. It's almost like it's the same level of quality
all
constantly.
3 lines.
Yes.
You can see why they haven't been beaten very often.
No, you can roll players like they can. And now, short-angled shot and a goal. Boy, snuck in against the post against Larikia, and that was, considering the way he's played in the first period, was kind of unfair. But
yeah, I mean, you got to give J-Mo some credit. Those 17 shots, no goals. He's got a lot of posts to cover there. He's got to cover the wide angle on that on the back door. It's just about time where the cards will crumble.
And O'Leary like is going to get credit for that goal. It comes at 10 minutes and 3 seconds.
His twin brother's having a heck of a tournament over on the PeeWee A team for Osseo Maple Grove this weekend too.
Now in front, there's the first shot of the game. On goal from Jack Atkin. So Starkey with the assist, and O'Leary is the real McCoy as the puck is picked up at center and dragged out. O'Leary down the wing, and here comes Osseo Maple Grove again. A centering pass. O'Leary in too deep and has to come back. Now leaves it. And that's Leo Starkey in. Back to O'Leary. Drop to the left point. Fulton taking a shot. Oh, and it's tipped, and it ends up going just wide of the goal. And now to the right point, and it's picked up and played down by Klausner. And finally back out to center. 3 minutes to go, and actually there's no shot given on that Cottage Grove foray. I thought, sure, I heard a stick save there, but shots are 17-0 still. And now here is Brody Harris.
That was a shot. Center. They just missed it.
And
they're
now,
looking on their jersey mics right now. And
behind,
not the shots on goal.
Owen Johnson throws it in front. Nobody home, and Andries.
They gave him one there, which really wasn't a shot on goal, so we'll call it even, right?
No, it's a make-up right now. And a penetration there by Andries denied, and now back out to center ice. And in control is Lundqvist for Osseo Maple Grove. Plays it towards the net. Follow-up shot, and that was Andries denied by Larikia, and we'll get a face-off in the Cottage Grove zone with 2:12 to go in the opening period. O'Leary with the goal, assisted by Leo Starkey at 10:03.
On the bench for Osseo Maple Grove, former Gopher, Derek Peltier. He's got a new assistant this year, Jonathan Hallstrom, who knows a thing or two about winning championships in an Osseo Maple Grove jersey.
Yes.
And if he listened to anything his dad said, he'd maybe learned a couple things about being a good coach, too.
Gettle slides it in front. That That is a remarkable backhanded shot. And the Cottage Grove bench is saying that didn't go in, but
No, they were saying it was offside.
they're offside.
Yep. It was close. I will say that. That was definitely close.
Andrews.
And that's a backbreaker of a goal, too, because they got to keep this numbers way down. And they got 2 in here in the first period.
And Andrews should get credit for that goal. We'll wait for the announcement from Robin Cook. As it's played back into the zone to the near side.
I'll say this about that offsides. I don't know if it was or it wasn't, but I think the Cottage Grove fans have a case.
Now played across, and DeFazio. And Andrews gets the goal. And Adler Gettle will get the assist at 12-11. And played in. Here's DeFazio. In the corner, goes behind the net. 1:09 to go in the first period, and the top-ranked team out to a 2-goal lead in the early going. Jones puts it in front. That's picked off as we hit the last minute of the period. And now played into the Osseo zone, and Jones. Pass on the left for Hansen. Plays it in deep and a race for it there. With Leisney as they go to the corner boards. Now it'll wind up behind the net. Cottage Grove breaks out at center ice and over the line. Miles Maurer had it knocked away. And Hansen over the line for Osseo Maple Grove. Poke checked off his stick. Now loose in the right corner. And finally played around for Brody Harris. And at center ice, Cottage Grove comes back with 20 seconds to go in the period. It's played into the zone, and it comes to the goaltender, Lyon, who plays it off to the corner. And now Cottage Grove coming in front. A pass down low from Max Zasada. And that's broken up. Back out to center ice. Owen Johnson. Is it ahead? Zasada over the line. Looks to center it. And now it's up the slot. And at the buzzer, a shot. And nothing doing there as
They
it was
counted
taken by
it.
Graham
They
Ferguson.
counted it as a shot.
They did count it. And after one period, it's 2-0 Osseo Maple Grove. And they have a 19-2 lead on the shot board. Let's take a break here from the Lumberjack Cup on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Everyone knows Luther does it all, but did you know you can do it all? At home,
I just sold my car.
on your phone,
I just got pre-approved.
I just scheduled an oil change.
whenever, wherever.
I just bought a new car.
Anything and everything, whenever and wherever. LutherAuto.com. You can do it all.
In life, we all need a little help to reach our summit. Whatever your summit looks like, it's easier to reach when your body is strong and healthy. At Summit Orthopedics, our team of highly specialized physicians listens to and values every one of our patients. We take a conservative approach to care to get you back to your healthy and active lifestyle. Reach your summit. Summit Orthopedics. Visit summitortho.com to make an appointment today.
Shot for Cottage Grove right off the face-off from Jack Atkin. Goes behind the goal, now loose at the right edge. And they'll play for it there. Now up the slot it comes. And trying to make the play there, Ferguson. And it winds up in the circle. Sharp angled shot. Oh, good save by Jackson. Lyon, that's the best chance for Cottage Grove so far. Now played out, and Lincoln Colon over the line. And they'll play it behind the net. Ferguson battling there. Now picked up by Max Zasada. And to center ice. Tip pass, Brody Harris. No icing. And it goes to the corner, and Harris wins a shoulder charge there. And brings it to the circle. Now a shot right on. And a save made by Jackson Lyon, and Cottage Grove showing some fire here in the early going. They got two shots already in the opening minute. as many as they had in the whole first period. Now behind the goal to the far side. And it's Adler-Gettel at center ice, banking it off the boards. Good pass for Andries over the line. Now a better drop pass, and Zilmer takes the shot. And they score! Zilmer took the shot. I think it was tipped or went off someone in front of the goal, but would have been a defender as Zilmer is doing the flyby here. So it's now 3-0 for Osseo Maple Grove after 1 minute and 10 seconds of the second period. First shot of the second period winds up in the net. McDowell and Gettel will get assists on the goal, and now they're right back in. There's a shot right on, and Larikia makes the save on the wing boards against Emma McDowell. We'll get a face-off in the Cottage Grove zone. 3-0 for Osseo Maple Grove. From the face-off, here's a chance in front for Hansen. Save made by Larikia. They score on a rebound, and Hansen knocks in his own rebound, and it's 4-0. 1:36 the time of the goal. And they just keep coming at you, Tony. It's 2 already here in the second period.
I know, I missed them both. I was having a sales pitch given to me, and hopefully the microphone didn't pick it up, but he wants YHH to use his hotels for a future tournament, and the guy came all the way to the rink, came to center ice to visit me. I have a lot of respect for that, to be honest with you.
Well, that's good. Here's DeFazio coming in, taking a shot. That caught the crossbar. It was deflected. Hansen from DeFazio. At 1:36, so they scored 2 goals 26 seconds apart here in the second period. As long as the sales pitch wasn't for a new play-by-play guy, I think it's good.
He did say he does play-by-play on him.
Here's a pass to the left edge, and DeFazio denied on a good save by Larikia. Got the skate over to the post.
I swear to God he said that. I was like, wow. He goes, I'm calling a game. I'm like, well, I'm calling a game right now. Can I get back to it? He goes, no, he's calling. I'm like, I'm the color guy. He goes, oh, I'm sorry. But he, give a guy credit. I mean, I know he lives in Hudson, Wisconsin, but still, to do the math and come out here and talk to me, I give the guy a lot of respect.
That's nice. Face-off coming to the right of the Cottage Grove goal, 4-0 Osseo Maple Grove, as it's picked up by O'Leary. And he goes behind the net, feeds the far side, and out of the right point, held there by Klausner. And he does it again, tries to step around the defense, gets to the circle, shoots, save, rebound in front, and
wow, big save.
Good chance for O'Leary and a good stop by Larikia.
He's had some big saves.
Hasn't played badly at all. 23 saves on 27 shots against a machine-like team.
In 15 minutes of hockey. It's a lot.
Now it winds up in the right corner. Cottage Grove zone, and Harris plays it out. It's going to trickle back into the Osseo Maple Grove zone. Klausner on the turn. Comes to the center circle. Klausner over the line, then goes down, feeds the left for Starkey. Now into the circle for O'Leary. And finally, he's ridden to the corner. And finally picked up by Starkey again for Osseo Maple Grove. Back down, O'Leary. And behind the net again for Starkey. And this is taken off him by Graham Ferguson and played to center. And now here comes Cottage Grove back. And they lose the puck at the line. 10:37 to go in the second period. And now Cottage Grove in their own zone plays to center for Max Zasada, and he'll play over the line. Zasada goes to the left and now takes the shot between the feet of Lyon for a moment, and now out to center. And this is Lincoln Colin by himself against two defensemen closing in. Takes the shot, and it's blocked. Colin again now has some help from his friends. Comes to the high slot, takes a shot right on, and a stop made by Larikia. 10-10 to go in the second period. Zilmer with a goal from McDowell and Gettle at 110. Hansen from DeFazio at 136.
Now Maple Grove starting to fall into the I'll take it all myself trap. Very common trap to fall into when you get a big lead.
Zilmer centers, and it comes off Lundqvist. The high slot, McDowell. The left point plays it down. And chasing after it is Andries. Lundqvist after it. Lundqvist drops. McDowell shoots. And a glove save by Larikia. Good stop, and he saw it through traffic. Face-off coming up. 9:47 remaining now in the second.
No shame in his performance today, that's for sure.
None at all. 29 shots for...
What do you think of his original pad look there? You like that?
I do.
The vintage pad.
Yes.
That makes you and I vintage because that's the only pads you could get when we were growing up there, Jeff.
That's true. Although when I was growing up, not everybody was using face masks either. So here's a shot from the point as Zilmer had it deflected away.
Gump Worsley.
Gotta love Gump.
That was kind of like you would, if you were playing in the nets as a kid and you had no mask on, you were gumping it.
You were. He wasn't the last bareheaded goaltender.
Man, who was it?
Andy Brown.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Long time. Well, he wound up finishing his career with Pittsburgh back in the days of original NHL expansion. But yeah, he and Gump was one of the last. Now, a nice move there by Graham Ferguson. Puts it in front, a scramble, they score! And Cottage Grove gets on the board. It's 4-1. 8:52 remaining in the second period, and we'll see who got the last touch on that. And I'm pretty sure that was Gauster.
Kid plays with passion, doesn't he?
Yes, and you got the one that you want to have on your team, the style you want to have when you're trying to come back from a big deficit. You want the guys with the big hearts. Anoka almost did
the
that.
Same thing.
Yep.
Down 4-2, cut to 6-5. They were down 6-2, weren't they?
Yep, they were. Miles Maurer gets the only assist on that goal at 5 minutes and 8 seconds. And now here's a shot by DeFazio that winds up off the inboards. And Cottage Grove scores on its 7th shot. Been outscored 29-7. And now they come back. They got a 2-on-1. Here's Gauster down the wing. Gauster closing. He throws it across. And fanning on it. They score!
And
it didn't go in.
Net came off. Shot wide. I don't think it went in.
Okay, well, the light came on right after that. So
No,
the
green light came on. I don't know what happened. I don't know where that puck went.
I don't either. Clearly. Well, the face off to the left.
That net, I will say this. Remember we had that with the Anoka goaltender Bruner earlier. That net has been coming off quite easily today.
From the face-off, it's controlled by Owen Johnson. Down the wall for Cottage Grove, trying to take another bite out of that lead. And that one's trapped against the right
See, I mean,
post.
he just leaned on that post right there.
Yeah.
And the net is now off again. Watch, see?
Yep.
What I tell you, like that net is really slight. I will say that.
I think they need better magnets.
Yes, they definitely need some magnets. Yeah, I mean the Cottage Grove coach is frustrated, but it's not the water that they're going to put down there. I'm sorry to say it. It's just really bad.
Yeah.
And it was bad in the previous game on that end specifically. It's not the goaltender. It's the net. The old "it's not you, it's me" kind of thing, right?
Right.
Now I just hope he doesn't lean against it. And the goalie has every right to lean against the post.
Yes.
He doesn't have any right to knock it off intentionally. But I don't feel like he's done that. And I don't feel like the Anoka goalie
They
did
score!
either.
How about that? Zasada right off the draw, and it's 4-2. Sorry to interrupt you there, Tony,
You're
but we had
okay.
breaking
You're good.
news as Zasada makes it 4-2.
Maybe the post, maybe all that post talk got in the goalie's head, and it's now 4-2.
It's possible, but Cottage Grove has come right back. They scored on 2 of their last 3 shots, and they have halved the advantage for Osseo Maple Grove. Now over the line they come, and here's Atkin. Takes the shot, and that winds up going off Zilmer and wide. Now held by Owen Johnson. Get the announcement. Zasada with a goal.
The assist machine, his 7th of the tournament without a goal.
Brody
Unbelievable.
Harris. Now over the line, and Osseo Maple Grove, O'Leary. Puck played to the near side. Players from both teams going at it. A centering pass is steered just wide of the goal by Lincoln Colon, and now played to the far wall. Starkey holding for Osseo Maple Grove. Throws it in front. It goes wide. The carom played by O'Leary back around to the far side, and now Brody Harris plays it out to center ice. And Osseo Maple Grove regroups at neutral ice. But now it's carried over the line. Zasada again up the slot for Harris, and he can't shoot. Now it's 2-on-2 the other way for Osseo Maple Grove. It's O'Leary, a drop pass to the trailer. Zilmer closing, and he puts it wide. And finally, Cottage Grove gets its line change finish. Now his pass is picked off by Lombard and cleared back out to center ice where Coleman can pick it up. Now back deep into the Osseo Maple Grove zone. Roeder in the left corner, around behind for Coleman, but it's too far for him. Held there by Oman. Finally comes back out to center for Cottage Grove. Rink wide back into the zone. 6:19 to go in the second period, and it's a 4-2 game now for the top-ranked Osseo Maple Grove team. It comes out to center ice, and now controlling it, here's Guttle over the line. Working there against Hunter Weiss. Puts on the brakes, leaves a drop to the point. Jones shoots, and he missed the net. Comes towards the near wall, and Cottage Grove able to play it on out to center ice. And Lundqvist for Osseo Maple Grove now over the line. A drop pass is stolen away, and here's a chance for Cottage Grove to counter punch again over the line through a screen, and a glove save made on the shot by Miles Weller from Jackson Lyon.
It's almost like Osseo Maple Grove just took a nap. It's time for Derek Peltier to wake the boys up.
Credit to Cottage Grove. They have
absolutely
hung in there and taken their chances when they've gotten them. They still need 2 more of them, but definitely better than the first. And now over the line, here comes DeFazio, and his poke checked away. Here's Weiss back, and they come in 3 wide over the line. Weiss takes it deep. Thanners it loose at the right edge, and nearly tipped home. The goaltender going the wrong way. And it comes out to center where Ferguson plays it across. And now Cottage Grove's playing with some momentum.
Absolutely. Fun to watch.
Wolfpack playing with their tails up here as it's picked up at center ice with Maurer. And now off to the left side. Here comes Graham Ferguson in. And he just shoves DeFazio, but the defender took the puck. DeFazio around on the near side for Hansen. And he slows things up. Under 5 minutes to go in the second period. And played ahead over the line. And this is DeFazio down low. Hansen centers it, and looking for a player at the back door that wasn't there. Now banked out to center ice where it's controlled by Jones. Goes back to Shortway, and now over the line, and there's a collision between Rocco Brooks and the defender. Weiss at the blue line, now a centering pass. Hansen, and it's knocked away on a sweep check, and here comes Cottage Grove back. Ferguson somehow came through with the puck and now feeds the left. And Kaplan getting in front, working in, shoots, a save made, a rebound, is steered wide, thrown right back into the crease, and finally under the goaltender. And actually it's behind the net, and the net came off again. So we'll get a face-off 4:16 to go. Shots are 11-9 here in the second period for Osseo Maple Grove after a 19-2 advantage in the first, and they're still working on the goal supports.
And the referees are just doing surgery on this darn posts.
You know, the part about it, I think that's...
I would be like questioning the goaltender at this point, but we've seen this in all 3 games.
We have.
In this specific net.
But if you're Cottage Grove here, you're just itching to get the puck back down because you got some momentum and then can't get the goal to stay on its
it's frustrating.
supports. That's frustrating, yes. Face off to the left of the Osseo Maple Grove goal. And now they pick it up.
I think Maple Grove doesn't want to slow the game down either. They want to keep rolling. They want to find their gear as well.
And now played on out to center ice where it's controlled by Kaplan.
Kaplan had a golden opportunity on that exchange.
He did.
Right in the slot. You don't get a lot of those.
Now Atkin has to play it back in the corner. This is a good forecheck here by Osseo Maple Grove. Now played down the wing. And over the line is Jack Atkin trying to split the defense and couldn't bring the puck with him.
He did split him, but he lost the puck.
He did. Atkin behind the net has a player in front and a scramble at the left edge as Zasada had a poke at it and was not able to steer it towards the net. Now Zasada bowled off the puck and there's no penalty there. I'm a little surprised that went uninfracted as over the line comes Osseo Maple Grove, a centering pass. And it's behind Starkey, picked up finally. Now a pass to the left, and here comes Zasada over the line. Zasada in front, fires, save made by Lyon. And Cottage Grove.
It's like a different team. It's like a different team. They've come out of their shell.
They're giving at least as good as they're getting now.
We have ourselves a game officially.
Ferguson.
I thought it was cute for a few minutes. It's not cute anymore. This is a real hockey team from Cottage Grove. They're really putting it to them right now.
And the puck comes up the slot, picked up, and now Ferguson down the wing. Gets in deep, tried to center it, and it was blocked by Zomer. Now another centering pass. Comes to Grief, now loose in the slot, and steered away by Osseo Maple Grove to center ice, and here's Lundqvist. Down the near wing, working against Owen Johnson. Bouncing puck in front of the net, and it trickles wide of the post. And now Cottage Grove with 2:15 remaining in the second period, trying to play it out. Lundqvist down with a glove and to the point, finally played down by Andries, who has a goal for Osseo Maple Grove. Now the puck comes out. Lundqvist trying to get to the front of the net, goes down, and there's a penalty coming on Ferguson, and the Cottage Grove fans unhappy. The body check, but I think that's one that you have to call, Tony, is really no way to the front of the net.
Ferguson decleated the Osseo Maple Grove skater. And the Cottage Grove fans a little upset, but I don't see really how you could not call that.
12 minutes, time of the penalty. And in the penalty box is Ferguson.
Big exchange here, Jeff.
Now Hansen drops it up the slot, and a one-time shot and a glove catch by Larica on the far side against Leo Starkey. So Ferguson body checking at 12 minutes. Face off to the left, and it steered now behind the goal. And finally picked up by Brooks. Down low, good pass, and unable to steer it towards the net was O'Leary. Now to the right point by the hash marks, DeFazio has it. He goes over to Hansen. 90 seconds to go in the period. Less than a minute to go in the power play. Now up the slot it comes. DeFazio shoots right on, and Larica, good stop
in the
midsection. And Jamo Larica now with 28 saves on 32 shots. 53 seconds of power play for Osseo Maple Grove, and they win the faceoff. DeFazio at the point, now to the near side for Hansen. Back over to the far side, Starkey. DeFazio shoots. Pad save Larica off to the near side.
He's going to save that every time. They got to get that thing down low.
Here's DeFazio, hit the last minute. Another pad save through traffic. Last minute of play, 29 seconds in the power play. Here's Hansen. And he almost lost it to the near circle. O'Leary up the slot. DeFazio fires, and a glove save by Larica. It was headed over the top. And a face-off with 20 seconds of power play left and 49 seconds in the second period.
I like the way this thing is lining up for Cottage Grove, to be honest with you.
Tell me why.
They believe now. They believe. They got a 2-goal deficit. They're gonna kill off this penalty. They're gonna have a lot of momentum going into the third period.
40 seconds in the period. Puck lying on the blue line, and it's held right on the line by Roeder, but only briefly. And now angling in, here is DeFazio with the near circle. Penalty is over. Cottage Grove at full strength. DeFazio plays it down behind for O'Leary. Back to DeFazio at the point, and it's taken out by Cottage Grove, and they'll lug it to center ice, and it's Atkin over the line. Atkin cuts to the slot, shoots, and he puts it wide. Long carom comes out to center ice, and O'Leary can't play it. Now Cottage Grove with 5 seconds to go in the period. Ferguson plays it in, and the second period will come to an end with a score 4-2 for Osseo Maple Grove. They had 15 shots in the period to give them 34 for the game. Cottage Grove had 10, and that gives them 12. So we'll take a break. Come back with our third Lumberjack Cup. Comes your way on the Youth Hockey Hub.
With an injection, we're usually trying to minimize inflammation or block a nerve to prevent it from sending a signal somewhere that causes you pain. So we're not actually masking any of the symptoms or the problem, but we are trying to improve the inflammation or block the pain signal so that people can feel relief.
Hey, how's it going?
Great. You here to pick up my truck?
Yes, sir.
Wow, that was easy. Yeah, I knew Luther buys cars, but I had no idea it was this simple and convenient. Is there anything you guys don't do?
Not really.
Will you buy any car?
Yeah.
Even that one?
Even that one.
Wow, you do it all.
Luther Auto, over 40 locations and one of the region's largest inventories. Luther Auto, we do it all.
Third period here from St. Croix Valley Rec Center.
Stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled here. I think I have this feeling some magic's going to happen here for Cottage Grove.
There's DeFazio playing it in. And around behind the net, Brooks for Osseo Maple Grove. Puck comes to the front of the net, and Hansen is there for it. And then he loses out to Ferguson, and it goes behind the net. Ferguson goes down, and now picked up on the far side by Miles Maurer. Can't get it out of the zone. Now a centering pass is intercepted, and Cottage Grove takes it behind the net. 13:25 to go, 4-2 for Osseo Maple Grove. Puck comes up the slot, and Cottage Grove will play it ahead too far for Gauster, who has their first goal in this game. Over the line of looking for DeFazio in the front of the net, and a centering pass comes all the way through to the near side. Weller for Cottage Grove plays it, and it comes out to center ice. Chasing after it there is Harris, and he is knocked off the puck. Zasada can't find it. Now loose right on the blue line, and Harris had his stick slashed out of his hands, and there's going to be a penalty here against Osseo Maple Grove. And it'll be a power play for Cottage Grove. Heading to the penalty box is Rocco Jones. Time of the penalty, 1 minute and 9 seconds. Power play number 1 for Cottage Grove. They've only been 2 minor penalties in this game. We'll see if this power play works out for Cottage Grove. Weiss leads it across, now to the near side. Here's Atkin. into the circle, takes a shot, and he put it up high. Rebound in front as the carom came onto a Cottage Grove stick. I believe that was Owen Johnson, and is cleared all the way down the ice. Now, here comes Atkin. Zasada over the line. Zasada takes a shove as he brings the puck off to the near boards, and now around behind the net on the far side. It'll be picked up by Kaplan. Was around behind too far, and McDowell will get there for Osseo Maple Grove in the corner. Goes up the wall, can't get it out of the zone. Now Weiss down to the circle for Atkin. And there's 44 seconds to go in the penalty. Cottage Grove in possession behind the net. Centering pass took a carom, and it's picked up there by McDowell in the corner. Now cleared around on the far side, and it hops the stick of Kaplan and comes all the way back into the zone. Won't go far enough for icing, so 29 seconds of power play left for Cottage Grove as the puck comes out to center ice as Ullman lost possession. And this is DeFazio shooting. Oh, a split save and a rebound as Larica made the first save and had to get help from his defense to steer the rebound to safety. 10 seconds in the penalty. And Cottage Grove will come up dry on its power play. Here's a shot from the boards by Hansen, saved by Larica. Now, penalty is over, and here's a shot right on. Out of the glove from Larica. And Roeder behind the goal. DeFazio is in for Osseo Maple Grove. Just over 11 minutes to go. And now they come off the wall, and a shot right on, taken by Gettle, and a save made by Jimo Larica. And
Gettle's been all over the ice today.
Yes.
for Osseo Maple Grove. He's had a goal, he's made plays, he's really hard to keep track of out there.
Face off to the left of the Cottage Grove goal. 33 saves on 37 shots for Jamo Larica. From the draw. Loose in front of the net, and it winds up going behind the goal. Andries is a play up the near side, and Cottage Grove has him handled, and it goes behind the net. And here's Ferguson with it. Graham Ferguson up the far wing out to center ice. And now has it again. Pass to the left, and that is just a little bit too far for Brooks Dufresne, and it goes all the way down the ice for an icing call. 10:37 now to go.
Stay tuned after the game. We'll announce the all-tournament team, tournament MVP, and hand out the infamous Lumberjack Cup, which is not a cup. It's an actual axe on a log of wood. And the kids love that trophy.
Well, that's the way it should be, shouldn't it, for
Agreed.
Lumberjacks? Yes. And here's a centering pass that comes through to the near side, and Osseo Maple Grove after it. They take it behind the net. Brooks now throws it across the right point, takes the shot, save made, and a rebound comes right onto the stick of Owen Johnson. And now Jones for Osseo Maple Grove back at center ice, plays it ahead for Hansen, and Easton Hansen breaking in on the left, takes the shot. Larica saves. We've been saying that all day, and now up to 39 shots. Face off to the right of the Cottage Grove goal with 10:09 to go. And the centering pass comes all the way through to the far side off the stick of Corbin Roeder. And now Cottage Grove breaking back 1 against 4, and Gauster takes his seat. Puck cleared to center ice. Hansen there, works to his left. Over the line, and plays it around on the near side looking for Brooks. Pinching in, and now it comes to the hash marks on the near side. And off the wall, Jones plays it across, and Cottage Grove trying to tip one out, and they do get there. And here's Gauster starting down the right, plays it ahead. And over the line, ooh, we have a penalty coming here on Osseo Maple Grove. Rocco Jones is going to go for tripping, and he wound up, I think that looked worse than it was as he put Maurer in against the wall.
I actually thought that Maurer blew an edge on that one, but that was only from my vantage point, not the referee's. Right, Jeff?
Yes.
That's how it works. Whatever the ref sees is far more important than what we as fans and broadcasters see.
Now played behind the goal, and Zilmer from the faceoff. Another power play for Cottage Grove here in the third period, and it's played all the way back. So tripping is the penalty on Jones, who's taken both the penalties for Osseo Maple Grove. And here they come over the line. And now to the right side, it's Harris. And the play behind the net looking for Atkin. And he can't get there, and it's cleared. Going back for it for Cottage Grove is Hunter Weiss. Minute to go in the power play to center ice. Batted ahead, but too far for Atkin. Zasada can't close, and now it's played out. And it's Kaplan, the near side, and now Cottage Grove will set up and try for zone entry here through Brody Harris. Pass, Atkin takes the shot, and he put it wide. Now Zasada, the near boards for Atkin off the wall. Atkin fires, and a glove catch by Jackson Lyon. I don't know
nice
if that was
save.
Going to be on goal, but it still was a fine save. Left-handed goaltender.
That would have been close. It would have been close.
Makes the stop. Of course, the glove on the right hand, and that didn't hurt him there.
No.
Face off to the right of the goal. 8:28 left. And it's picked up on the far side and cleared around by Klosner. And picked up at center ice by Starkey. And he comes over the Cottage Grove line. Starkey, 24 seconds of power play remaining. Starkey goes behind the net, still in possession. And now drops to the right point. Here's Klosner taking a shot. And again, Larikia makes a glove save. And we'll get a face-off. 15 seconds of power play remaining and 8:09 to play in the third period. 4-2 Osseo Maple Grove, which jumped out to a 4-0 lead early in the second period. Bantams coming up, Mankato and Detroit Lakes.
That should be a really good hockey game.
And now picked up by DeFazio. And just ragging the puck here. DeFazio plays it across to the near side looking for Hansen. And now he takes it right to the left edge, and a save made by Larikia. Penalty's over, and it's played out to center ice. And here is DeFazio in his zone. Leaves the drop, and now having to go behind the net is Roeder off to the far side. It comes to center ice, and Starkey lets DeFazio come through. Over the line with speed. DeFazio comes to the right. Knight poke check there from Kaplan, knocked it off his stick, and now it's behind the net. DeFazio still in possession. Diagonal drop to the right point. Klosner shoots. The save made by Larikia. And right now, Osseo Maple Grove is just steadily reasserting control. We have a hooking penalty coming up in the corner here. 7 minutes and 16 seconds to go. And it's another power play for
this one's on Gettle.
Cottage Grove. Yes, Gettle. And it comes at 6:44. Third straight power play for Cottage Grove. And this would be the time for them as it's cleared to the far side. And
I
it
would
gets
call this a golden opportunity.
I would.
For the Grove of Cottage, right?
Yes.
The Grove of Cottage.
Out to center ice, and here they come over the line, and trying to play it ahead was Dufresne, and that was knocked away from him. Out to center, and now over the line, Osseo Maple Grove. That pass is picked off, and now Cottage Grove comes back, and they're three wide. They're over the line on the right, pass on the near side, looking for Atkin. And Atkin has the puck, drops it to Weiss. Trying to hold right on the blue line and lost it. Nice play by O'Leary, and now a break for Colin down the wing. So the defender fell, Colin going in, shoots, and Larikia makes the save. And again, O'Leary playing it down behind the net, looking for Lincoln Colin. Just got a breakaway. And with 30 seconds to go, Cottage Grove comes back. They're over the line, and it's offside as Harris and the linesman on that side had his hands up to his lips and was trying to make up his mind as finally the...
That was a tough one. I thought he was offside.
I thought he was too, yes.
That was a tough one. You're going to see two rough and tough teams, Mankato and Detroit Lakes, in that next game.
Well, now it's picked up by Osseo Maple Grove down the far side, and here's DeFazio closing in. He pulls it across, takes the shot, and somehow it stayed out. 12 seconds to go on the power play. And Osseo Maple Grove's penalty kill has been spick and span so far. Now played rink wide to center ice, and the teams are back at full strength as Jones plays it. Now Gauster lost it. And here comes Hansen back for Osseo Maple Grove. Easton Hansen shoots, save made by Larikia. And he's now up to 40 saves. They have that shot in, it should be 44. And 5 minutes and 33 seconds to go. Now from the draw, shot deflected wide. And Cottage Grove trying to poke it out of their zone, and they can't. Hansen holds it in. Now a centering pass through for DeFazio on the near side.
I feel like Maple Grove has kind of retained its possession of the control of the game, don't you think, a little bit?
You know, I think the word I might use is poise.
Poise. Yeah, it's a good word. I don't feel like they've lost. They lost control in the second period, and I feel like they've gotten it back to some degree,
yeah,
a bigger degree than they had in the second, that's for sure.
Yes, here's DeFazio in over the line, and he goes back behind the net with it. Less than 5 minutes to go now. DeFazio tries to shoot, and he can't play it through the defense.
They're getting their grade A chances again. They didn't have hardly any in the second period.
Now DeFazio plays it beside the net, and it's loose. Loose in front. Finally, it's cleared to Klausner at the right point. Flattens it, shoots, save made, rebound, and again.
These are the grade A's I'm talking about. And there's Gauster again, playing a little too much passion.
4.5 minutes to go.
Gauster's going to be gone for sure. I'll probably a 5-on-5er, I think. Yep.
So we're
Brooks
going to
is
get one
going to
each
go.
way. Gauster and Brooks.
I'm a big fan of that's the way you call it. You got a little skirmish in front. No one really. If you go in to the goaltender during the whistle or after the whistle, and someone hits you, it should be a washout.
From the face-off, it is controlled by Zasada. He starts back, 4.5 minutes to go. Zasada lost it, trying to play it past the defender, and that's side Klausner.
In that case, Brooks gives Gauster about a 60-pound advantage in that case.
Atkin trying to weave through traffic, winds up along the far boards.
And that's not saying Brooks is tiny either. It's just Gauster's such a big young man.
Cross-checking penalties. And now here comes Zasada again down the wing for Cottage Grove. Zasada throws it up the slot, a shot, save, and the rebound is cleared as Harris took the layoff pass from Zasada. That'll be icing on Osseo Maple Grove with 3:40 to go and a 2-goal deficit.
Time, but you got to start thinking about how many minutes before you pull that goalie. And based on what you said, poise, the poise of Osseo Maple Grove right now, I'm thinking you got to get the goalie out with 3 minutes. Don't wait to 2 if that's going to be too long. Anytime between 2:30 and 3 minutes offensive zone, you got to get your goaltender out if you're Cottage Grove.
And picked up from the draw by Klausner, who rink wides out to center ice. And it's loose now at neutral. Finally picked up by Emmett McDowell. Backhand pass to the right side and over the line. O'Leary cuts for the net. Ferguson heads him off. And then Ferguson feeds the right, and Cottage Grove will bring the puck to center ice again. Finally play it on into the zone. And loose up the wall. Finally rink wide out to center ice. Chopped at there by Kaplan. Now played over the line. Here's O'Leary leaving a pass to the left. Good chance and a shot over the top. Less than 3 minutes to go now. And here is Emmett McDowell feeding it off to the near side. Cross ice pass. Hansen shoots. Save made. Rebound and somehow stopped. Now it comes up the slot. And a shot goes wide from McDowell. Now a shot from the wing boards from Zilmer was blocked. And now it's cleared all the way down the ice. And Osseo Maple Grove will Got an offensive zone faceoff. Cottage Grove forced to ice the puck with 2:34 left.
Can't pull the goalie if the puck's in your own zone. Wolfpack got to get him out right away. They're going to have any chance of getting that lead down to 1.
Now, from the faceoff, Hansen steers his man in against the boards, and Cottage Grove picks the puck up with 2:28 left. And here they come over the lines. Zasada throws it back in front, going in a backhand shot. They score! Atkin, and it's 4-3 with 2:19 left. Atkin from Zasada.
Wow, just what the doctor ordered there. And guess what? We got another 1-goal game with 2 minutes to go. And the goalie will come out presumably very quick.
11:41 is the time, and Osseo Maple Grove had a 4-0 lead early in the second period. It's now a 1-goal game with 2:19 to go. Zasada starts back but can't bring the puck with him. Hansen over the line.
Atkin with a beautiful goal.
Zasada gets the only assist, and now played out with less than 2 minutes to go, and finally into the zone to the right. No icing.
Good wave off there by the refs.
McDowell lost it to Harris. Dropped to the right point.
Goalie's
now
still not out.
Weiss shoots, and it's
here you go.
deflected.
Now you bring him. Now you bring him for sure.
Probably get a timeout here too, I imagine. With 1:47 to go, or some time similar.
No goalie out. I don't believe this. Timeout, here we go.
So the timeout taken by Cottage Grove with 1:47 to go. And we will see as this has been a good finish here too, Tony. Is
very similar to the last game with Anoka just scratching and clawing and playing their hardest. Never quit one bit.
Still one more to go after this, and it's again Detroit Lakes and Mankato. And I saw Mankato's game yesterday, and the first period was like watching a car crusher. It was, I mean, it was amazing. I don't think 40 years I've been doing this, and I've never seen a game go to running time quicker.
They put him in the grape press. Was it a grape press?
I think it was.
Or car crusher. I like car crusher better than a grape press.
Took 4 minutes and 29 seconds to get the running time in that game.
I see one of my new best friends down there right on the glass with the Mankato jersey on, Carter Blue.
Yep.
He's his dad's a former Minnesota State Mankato coach, Darren. We have Dickerman, who's Sherry Dickerman, who's the head coach of Minnesota State's women's program. We're dealing a little bit of royalty here today in the rink.
All right, goaltender out with 1:40 to go. And it's picked up by Cottage Grove at the right point. Kaplan lays it down the wall, and now going after it. Ferguson behind the net, and he lets his teammate come through. And that was Brody Harris playing in the corner. 1:27 to go. Out of the left point, Weiss slings it across to the far side. A chance, a shot, a save, a rebound, and it's poked away in front. Follow up by Harris. And now it's cleared all the way down the ice, and that is going to be an icing call against Osseo Maple Grove with 1:12 to go. So they get bodies to the front of the net, and Harris had a great chance.
I was having flashbacks to my son's PeeWee AA days when they had a goalie pull and pucks flying everywhere. It was just deja vu there. It's hard as a parent to contain your emotions in games and minutes like this.
Hansen plays it ahead. That's going
That
down the
might go
ice
in.
towards the empty net, and it's going to go just wide. And another icing. 1:04 to go.
That was close.
It was. All right. Last stand for Cottage Grove. 1:04 to go. They win the faceoff, and a shot floats off the defense and out of play.
I might have to excuse myself here and get down to the box for the awards ceremony. Thanks, Jeff, for another great job, and we'll see you on the beginning side of that Mankato DL game.
Robin Cook makes the announcement that there is 1 minute and 1 second to play in the third period. And now the puck loose in the circle. And it's cleared on out to center. Weiss will go after it. Clears around to the near side for Brody Harris. And Harris having trouble there. Now it's lofted back into the zone, and Kaplan picks it up with 45 seconds left. On the far side, Cottage Grove trying to get it forward. They're trying to get on side first as Weiss will pick it up, and Weiss carries over the line. 36 seconds to go. Weiss centers it from deep, comes right across, a shot, a save made by Jackson Lyon, loose in the crease, and Lyon is underneath it. And Ferguson was getting a real rough ride in front of the goal. We get a stoppage with 28 seconds to go. And it'll be Atkin on the face-off against DeFazio. And Atkin wins the draw, cleared over to the far side. Kaplan. Now Zasada going after it, loose along the boards with 20 seconds to go, and it's cleared and brought back in offside. So we'll get a face-off at neutral ice, down to 18 seconds to go. Shots are 46-17 for Osseo Maple Grove. What a heroic performance by Jim Olarikia in goal for Cottage Grove. 15 seconds to go. They clear it ahead. It's off a glove, and it's going to go all the way down the ice. There will be no icing, and there will be no time to get it back up ice for Cottage Grove. 6 seconds to go. They play to the near side, and they can't get out. This game is over, and Osseo Maple Grove hangs on for a 4-3 win. And there's a disturbance down there in the corner, and now it's broken up, and Osseo Maple Grove, number 1 ranked, celebrates a victory. And Cottage Grove played heroically in this game, but just didn't quite have enough. They wind up with 17 shots, including 5 in the third period. Maple Grove, Osseo with 12 shots, and they finished with 46. So they outshoot them 46-17, but Cottage Grove with a valiant performance, and they fall 4-3 in the PeeWee AA Finals to Osseo Maple Grove. So the teams will shake hands. And Jim Olarikia, for my point of view, the player of the game. But a tremendous goaltending performance, and he gets congratulations from the Osseo Maple Grove players. 42 saves on 46 shots. He was brilliant, and that slow start to the second period really cost Cottage Grove, as Osseo Maple Grove scored 2 goals in the first minute 36 of the second period. Zilmer and Hansen who got the eventual game winner. The Cottage Grove got things in gear and came back strongly, but just not enough. Here's the all-tournament team.
And the final forward on our all-tournament team and tournament most valuable player from Osseo Maple Grove, number 17, Vinny DeFazio. Congratulations to the